Hello everyone. Welcome to this session on Python operators and expressions. In this session, we are going to understand the concepts of operators and expressions using simple civil engineering analogies. Now, before learning Python operators and expressions, let us first think about our civil engineering activities. As a civil engineer, we perform various calculations in our daily engineering work. Whenever we are designing a structure or estimating materials, analyzing traffic flow, calculating discharge, or conducting surveying, we deal with various types of calculations. For example, area calculation, concrete mix ratio calculation, beam load calculation, traffic flow analysis, quantity estimation, water discharge computation, survey calculations. So, all these calculations are present everywhere in civil engineering. Similarly, in Python programming also, calculations are continuously performed. But in Python, calculations are mainly performed using operators and expressions. So in today's session, we will understand what are these operators, what are these expressions, and how these concepts can be connected with civil engineering examples. Now let us consider a simple real-life situation. Suppose you are visiting a building construction site. And while observing the site, you notice that many activities are going on simultaneously. For example, suppose you observe activities like a concrete mixer mixing concrete materials, a bulldozer pushing some soil elements, a crane lifting beams, a roller compacting pavement. Now, if we carefully observe these activities, one important thing becomes common in all these cases, that is, all these machines or tools are performing some actions on something. For example, the concrete mixer performs mixing on concrete materials. The bulldozer performs pushing on soil. The crane performs lifting on beams. The roller performs compaction on pavement. So we can say that these construction tools are responsible for performing actions or operations. Similarly, in Python programming, operators are symbols that performs action on data. That is why in this analogy, tools are mapped to operators. For example, plus symbol performs addition, minus symbol performs subtraction, asterisk symbol performs multiplication, forward slash performs division. So just like construction tools perform physical work on materials, operators perform calculation work on data in Python. Now let us move to the next part. In construction work, tools cannot work alone. They require some materials to work on. For example, cement, sand, aggregate, steel, soil. These are the raw materials on which tools perform some action. Similarly, in Python, operators also require some values or data on which operations are performed. These values are called operands. So that is why raw materials in construction are mapped to Open Python. Now let us understand this concept with a simple example. Suppose during a construction activity, initially 50 bags of cement are available in the inventory. Now, after completing some construction activities, it is observed that an additional 20 bags of cement are required to complete the remaining work. So now, we need to calculate the total number of cement bags required. Therefore, 50 bags plus 20 bags. Here, the plus symbol performs the addition operation. And finally, the total becomes 70 bags of cement. Now let us connect this construction example with Python programming concepts. In this example, the quantities of cement, that is 50 and 20, are numerical values. In Python programming, these values act as data on which operators perform some operations. And these values, that is 50 and 20, are called operands. Here the plus symbol is called an operator because it performs the addition operation on the values. So here 50 and 20 are your operands, plus symbol is the operator, and the 70 is the output or result. So in simple word, operands are the values on which operators perform actions. Just like construction tool work on construction materials, operators work on operands in Python. Now suppose by the action of these tools on these materials, some construction elements are created. For example, bricks combine together to form a wall. Concrete and steel combine together to form a beam. Beams and columns combine together to form a building frame. This stage is called assembly. Now observe this carefully. Here we have assembled components like beams and columns to form building frame or a meaningful structural element. Similarly, in Python, operators and operands combine together to form expressions. Here, beams and columns are analogous to operands. So that is why assembly is mapped to expressions. Now let us move to the final part of this analogy. Now suppose in construction work, when beams and columns are properly connected together, they form a building frame. So the final constructed element becomes the building frame. Here, beams act like operands. Columns also acts like operands. Because operands are the values or components on which operations are performed. And here this plus symbol acts like the operator. Because the operator performs an operation on these operands like beams and columns. Now when operands and operators combine together, they form an expression. So bin plus columns represents an expression. Now observe this carefully. After combining all these structural elements or structural components, we finally get the completed building frame. Similarly, in Python programming, after an expression is evaluated, we get the final programmed output. So in this analogy, building frame is mapped to programmed output. Just like a completed building is the final result of construction activities, programmed output is the final result produced when the Python performs some calculations. So let us summarize the complete analogy once again. In physical construction, tools perform some actions on raw materials, different components are assembled, and finally a completed building is produced. Similarly, in Python programming, operators perform operations on operands. Operators and operands form expressions, and expressions produce the final programmed output. So this is the basic idea behind operators, operands, expressions and output in Python programming. In the next session, we will start learning different types of operators in Python. So see you in the next session.